I want 112,000 today.
Don't want to die. Death is a constant reminder here.
The more people we kill, we advance.
You ain't supposed to be alive.
Stealing, shooting people, doing whatever I had to do.
We had to make a living.
I want him dead. I want his family dead.
I know how to grind. I started from the bottom.
Never rat on your friends.
Race to rackets.
It's rough on a black man.
Hold up, we're gonna blow this whole...
Listen to me. You killed the boss of bosses.
I will defend my position.
You will bring down hellfire.
And I'll do what I gotta do.
Not as long as I'm alive.
After being boss of the Gambino family for almost 20 years, Carlo Gambino was on his way out and named Paul Castellano the new boss. A lot of guys were shocked that he was picked over the most feared underboss, Dellacroce. They thought the underboss would be up next, but in most cases, it just doesn't happen that way. Imagine a manager was leaving the company and you as the assistant manager was passed over by someone you thought wasn't qualified. How would you feel, and would that be fair? Someone told me that the mafia ain't about being fair. It's about money. It's a business. Carlo might have saw something more in Castellano than just being his cousin/brother-in-law. His business mindset overpowers Dellacroce's gangster. He would have ran the family the traditional way, such as extortion, robbery, and loan sharking. The mafia was evolving into a legitimate business. Carlo saw that Dellacroce's legal trouble and might have thought he couldn't stay off the radar. He was in and out of jail for tax evasion, constantly. Why leave behind a family to someone that cannot stay out of jail? Big Paul and Dellacroce both were being indicted in a commission trial, so who knows what would have happened if both guys didn't pass away. As a boss, Carlo will pick someone that's more like himself. I think making Big Paul the boss was already in the plan. He would teach him the business and how to run a family his way. In the movie Gotti with John Travolta, Gotti says, "It's Carlo Gambino all over again," when talking about Paul being boss. Carlo most likely didn't even trust Neil. Before Carlo, Albert Anastasia was boss. Carlo had Anastasia killed. Neil was an Anastasia loyalist and his protege. Carlo might have thought at any moment Neil could seek revenge. Dellacroce was old school, and some might say he was too old during the time. He died at age 71. But when you think of a godfather, you're not thinking of someone in their 40s. So age 71 is a good fit for a godfather. Neil was more of a street boss, and some might say that the underboss position was made for guys like him. The Gambino family was one family, but the family was split into two factions, with Paul running one with big names like Nino Gaggi and Roy DeMeo part of his, and Neil running the other, with John Gotti part of his faction. There was some tension between the two crews. Nobody from Dellacroce's faction respected Paul, and he was there to keep the peace. He was keeping his men in line. At the end of the day, Castellano was boss, and Neil was old school. The boss is the boss is the boss. He didn't believe in killing his boss, unlike Carlo Gambino or John Gotti. A lot of people fought John Gotti for breaking the rules, but it was going on way before him. But whatever plans that John Gotti or anyone in the Ravenite Social Club had wasn't going down as long as Neil was alive. Plus, you don't go to war with the boss of all bosses. So he would be there to keep peace. He would be the peacemaker between the two factions. But you can only keep the peace for so long. Angelo Virgilio from the Gotti crew was known for his big mouth. The FBI would bug his daughter's pink phone, and he would be caught on tape incriminating himself along with others. And he would be caught talking down on the boss, Paul Castellano, and Big Paul demanded the tapes from Neil. Neil was stalling every chance he'd get. He would change the subject, but every time they talked, Paul would ask for the tapes. Now, let me let you in on a little secret. Paul Castellano already had the tapes. He was just testing Dellacroce's loyalty. Castellano's lawyers had the tapes, by the way. On December 2nd, 1985, Neil would pass away from cancer. The Gambino family members attended the funeral. Big Paul was missing. His excuse was trying to avoid the FBI surveillance, which probably was true. Shit was hot for him during the time. John Gotti was disgusted with Paul not showing up. Neil did all of that peacemaking just for Paul not to show up at his funeral. Big Paul was making changes, and Ruggiero definitely was going to get dealt with. It was rumored that John Gotti would be demoted, and his crew would be broken up. John Gotti would have to move fast, and would have to have some people back him up for the Castellano hit. Some say Paul was a good pick for a boss, and Neil would have been just another John Gotti, minus being flashy, of course. He had a gambling problem just like Gotti, but Paul was greedy, asking for a large percentage kick-up. Guys would meet at his home with envelopes, but wouldn't be allowed in. So let me know what you think. Who you think should have been a boss and why? I'm sure y'all could add some more information that I missed. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching.